I step onto a stretch of pavement, still holding moisture from last night. My shoe slips slightly before catching traction. My body adjusts without thought. I feel my shoulders tilt to balance. That subtle correction, it reminds me how often reaction happens before recognition. Someone once showed me motion without tension. I didn't realize I'd copied it until this morning.
The ember stirs, the morning calls. Curiosity moves through it all.
You're joining me on the Ember Walk, where curiosity meets motion. I'm David Dysart. Together, we'll take a few minutes to step through one idea that shapes the craft of enrollment. There's a difference between learning from someone and admitting you learned from them. One is passive, the other is honest. If you spend long enough within the heat of this work, you're shaped by hands you may not acknowledge. Some you use to compete with, some you use to ignore. Some you only appreciate after they've moved on. I remember a colleague early in my time working with Slate. We approached configuration differently. I worked from logic and pressure. They worked from empathy and efficiency. I assumed my method produced depth. Theirs produced speed. I saw speed as compromise. Over time, I watched their builds function cleaner, break less, and actually respond faster to staff needs. They didn't argue when I questioned their decision. They just built again. Eventually, I noticed myself adjusting my own approach. I started asking, who has to work with this? Before I asked, will this scale? That shift didn't come from revelation. It came from quiet observation, the fire taught through someone else's hand. Learning from another hand doesn't diminish yours. It expands your range. Refusing to learn because you think your way is superior, well, it's not confidence. That's just fragility. I have also misapplied someone else's methods. I tried adopting a leader's pace once. They moved faster, talked intentionally, and it brought insight to every step. When I tried it in my context, I felt uncomfortable talking too much, mistaking my voice for polished insight. What I learned from that was not to mimic their pace. I learned to ask why they chose it. Their speed wasn't about doubt. It was about iteration. Once I aligned pace with purpose, the adjustment worked. Learning requires understanding behind the motion, not just copying the motion itself. The best builders in this field move differently, but they all watch closely. They don't default to the I know best. They default to what is this person seeing that I'm not. That posture doesn't weaken expertise, it actually stretches it. Today, think of someone whose approach has frustrated or even just confused you. Instead of dismissing it, ask what their motion is designed to protect. What does their rhythm respond to that yours might miss? You don't need to adopt it fully. Just recognize what it reveals. Let your spark speak and let us know in the comments or DM me. What was that one thing? And how does it impact the outcome differently? Allow your stride to carry the recognition that your hands weren't shaped alone. Each step may already hold remnants of someone else's guidance. And that's the Ember Walk. The forge is yours now. Go make something worth the heat.
Step by step, the spark will talk. This is the